The time has come to roll the dice on Commander Legends Battle for Baldur's Gate. Commander Legends Battle for Baldur's Gate, a truly unique design set from Wizards of the Coast, or a complete failure waiting to happen? Welcome back, everyone. MTG Moxman here. Guys, we have the pre-release weekend coming up. This set is going to start being played. Everyone I know is going out to the pre-release for the draft experience, and they're pretty excited to do so. When you look at a set like this, who knows what 5 years will bring? But there are scenarios in the past that let us know where a set like this can go. And that can help make decisions for those on the financial side of things when they look at a set like this for the future. Look back at 2020, Commander Legends. Look at the key cards in that set. We have the Jeweled Lotus, Vampiric Tutor, and then we follow that up with a Mana Drain. Those are the big heavy hitters, and then you get some $20, $30 cards, a couple of those, and we get some 5 and 10s, and you get a lot of $2 and $3 cards. Right? Now that's done. Not in print anymore. Wizards needs to give those cards a while. They need to let them cool off. They need the market to absorb those Mana Drains, those Vampiric Tutors. Let the value start rising again. Right? As it rises, then Wizards gets ready for a future reprint. So when this comes along, it really shouldn't be that much of a surprise that they've given us a set that is kind of devoid of all those cards. Now, look at the cards in the set. There are some great unique cards that will be played in Commander. But is there going to be enough $10, $20, and $30 cards to build that nostalgia for players to enjoy this set going forward? It does have the name, D&D. It's got flavor galore because I love the look of the artwork and some of the cards that they have given us in this set. I love it. I can't wait to dive into it. And I will be opening a couple of set boxes. I'm going to have a good time. Of course, I'm going to be buying a lot of the singles from this set. I can't wait to get my hands on some. And for those of you who are going to be buying singles, don't forget, wait the 30 to 90 days, let the set cool off, write things on a spreadsheet, save yourself some money. Because a lot of these cards fall 50 to 70% in value within those days. But here's a little tidbit for you that most people probably aren't thinking about right now. If this set does not get opened a lot, I had a lot of friends who moved their money from the collector boxes and the set boxes, and they moved everything over to Double Trip Flip Masters 2022. They said, it's going to be a better set. It's going to be the bomb set, Mox, man. You're looking at that set. You know what? It's the Modern Horizons 2 of 2022. That's how good it's going to be. Okay. So now they've left Commander Legends Battle for Baldur's Gate. They just left it in the dust. They said, I'll buy some singles. For those of you who are buying the singles, if not enough boxes are opened, do you know what that happens? Do you know when that goes off? What happens to those single cards? They go up in value. Supply and demand. If there are any decent cards in the set and the set is not opened enough, then those singles start going up in value. Which has the chain reaction result. If it goes too high and there's not enough there, people will actually start eating the boxes up. They'll go back and start opening the boxes to force those prices down. Because if there's 7 or 8 cards that are 30, 40 bucks because the supply was too low, players are going back to open them. When you look at the set boxes, the draft boxes, and the collectors have 12. The set boxes have 18. The draft have 24. And I guarantee there'll be the lowest amount of mythics and rares inside the draft. Then you got to have the set ones, which will be pretty decent. They've been loading those up lately, my own personal opinion. And then you've got the collector boxes, which are the cream of the crop, okay? So when you look at that, and you look at those choices, no matter what, Wizards cleared out the chaff. They've compacted the boxes, they put less in there. And the price stayed the same, so it's actually gone up. Because they gave us less, but charged the same, which means it's more money. Okay? Supply and demand. If there's enough cards of value, this could go sideways. Because I know they gave the big... I saw some of the other videos from other YouTube creators. The Taco King and stuff said, hey, it's all coming out at once. So it'll be a long time before a restock. I think that's intentional. I think they have a fear of the prices falling, and they want the prices to stay fairly stable for the single market. So they don't want any reprints coming off too quickly to drive prices down. They know that probably a little bit less is going to get opened, And they're saying, okay, if it's going to be less opened, at least the prices will be fairly, you know, fairly stable for the players who did open them. And if there are any real, you know, hidden gems in there that people don't know about yet, that could be a totally upside down world 90 days from now. And I can't wait to find out how it goes. I bought a couple of boxes for myself, which I'll hold for the channel for future stuff and for my personal collection. I know some patrons are opening some boxes here on the channel. I can't wait to get to that. But going forward, when you're looking on the financial side of this set, is it going to be collectible and investable? I still think it will. Maybe not to the same degree as the original Commander Legends, because it's the OG original set with the Jeweled Lotus. You know, it's special and twinkly up there in the sky, and it's going to be a $500 box before you know it. Yep. I do think that's going to happen. But this does have the D&D name. And if Wizards doesn't give us another D&D set for years and years to come, then AFR and Commander Legends Battle for Baldur's Gate are going to go up in price. So if these things get fire sailed out or super cheap at some point, yeah, I'll probably pick up some extra boxes. Because I don't think Wizards will be reprinting these anytime soon. It has a decent mana base. We know there'll be some value in the land cycle. You know, luxury suite and stuff is in this set. There is a multitude of dragons they've given us inside the set. It's going to be pretty easy to build an amazing Dragon Commander deck now, given that they gave us Tiamat, plus all kinds of funky dragons right now. Do you see that gold dragon? It's like a 7/10, ancient gold dragon 7/10, and it, you know, you roll a d20 and it gives you all kinds of fairies. I probably have it here. Do I have it here on the spreadsheet? Ah, there it is. Okay, ancient gold. Look at that thing. Imagine using that to make an army of little tiny blue fairy dragons. You're going to have a blast with this card. Dragons like that in this set are going to have fun. I think Wizards realized Tiamat was open less than they expected in AFR, which is why they gave us the Dragon Secret Lair. I watched that on MTG Historian. Great video showing all the spoiler cards, good artwork. It's probably another Secret Lair I'm going to buy because I think it'll be cool to have those into a Commander Dragon deck, which I'm thinking about building. I mean, it's 5 color. How can you not enjoy something like that? You can put a lot of funky cards in there. So when they gave us cards like that in different tribal themes as a playable, enjoyable format that Commander's supposed to be, I think they hit the mark. They hit a lot of flavor cards for D&D. They hit some good super powerhouse, heavy-hitting cards that players will enjoy and use going forward. So maybe the nostalgia's not there yet because there's just too much flash out there in the pan that are grabbing people's attention. But will it be there 5 years from now? Is this a box to invest in and hold on to? I still think it's going to be. I think this is a box that I have to think about. Wait for some sales, of course, but I'm going to put it on the spreadsheet in case it goes cheap. Especially for like a draft experience where players just might want to draft around one night 5 years from now. I want to get a couple of boxes just for myself, just for that reason. The set boxes, higher chance of getting some of the bigger heavy-hitting cards. And the collector boxes, I think you'll see those go on sale, honestly. I think those will hit at some point in the market. They will drop down in value. And that's going to happen when double, triplet masters and all these other cool sets like Dominaria and the Brothers War, when all that stuff comes out and you wait till Christmas of 2022 comes around, I think probably there'll be a few fire sales. Nothing huge, but if stores got stuck with as much extra as I think they did, or the distributors get stuck with too much, they're going to sell it off pretty cheap. I know places out there in the States, you have some bigger guys out there who will gobble those up. We don't have those kind of mega collectors here in Canada, which is why the LGS has just put the stuff on sale. They don't have anyone to offload this to an individual private collector who can afford to float that kind of cash. So that kind of stuff I think will be interesting to see going forward if we have those kind of fire sales. Because it's short-sighted. Most sets in Magic have always gone up. Actually, I think every set. People used to say Fallen Empires, Dragon Maze, but even those are going up. I mean, Dragon Maze is going up because of Maze's End is inside that box. Cards inside this set are not likely to get a reprint. Not anytime soon. Maybe a Secret Lair drop, sure. But I don't think you're going to see it in a standardized D&D set again. You're not going to put a Balor or a Nafashi inside there, those demons from the Abyss. Those guys aren't... You're going to put a Battle Rager? I guess you could. I kind of like seeing the Battle Rager in there. It reminds me of, Forgotten Realms Adventures, Brunar Battlehammer and stuff. See, that D&D theme is with me. And they put a lot of good cards that will drive those memories for me and a lot of other players. who like D&D. Because if this is the only 2 sets in Magic that have D&D, that alone will drive the value forward 10 years from now. I still think they missed the mark on many parts of this set. There was ways they could have done things better. But when you look at that set as a whole, it's not going to be a dumpster fire. Not like people are thinking in all those emails I got. Now that I've seen all the cards, and now I've looked things over, and I've kind of checked off some boxes, seeing which cards I would use and which cards I think would replace other cards already used in Commander, I think it's going to be okay. I think it's going to be a decent set. And a lot of players will skip by it and not invest in this set, which will leave it around for a few players who are brave and bold enough to hold on to it for 5 to 10 years and see what happens to a set like this. And that's where I think it's going to end up. It's going to be a fascinating time, 5 years from now. I think it's going to be underprinted. I don't think there'll be restocks coming. And I think it'll sit to the side here. Even with decent cards in it, because the first wave is going to be so big, I don't see a lot of distributors and stores wanting to restock it when there's so many other products coming up. Wizards is churning out a lot of sets, so a lot of these sets aren't getting the restocks they used to get, even 4 years ago. Even before the whole world went crazy. We were seeing bigger restocks than we do nowadays. Wizards just keeps the hype train coming along, stop to stop to stop, and the backup train can never catch up. It's always a little bit behind, and finally just says, forget it. We'll just skip some loads and move on to the brand new stuff at the warehouse. And they move on to a new product. And that's where I think the secondary market, the collectors, investors who've held on to boxes, and players who come up want to try that stuff, are going to be paying the premium, and some of those secondary investors are going to make quite a bit of money. I think that's how I see it playing out about 5 to 10 years from now. I know it's pretty far reaching, but you have to look that way because it's never a short. There's no quick money. If there is, it's quick money made, quick money lost. That's just how it goes. So thanks a lot for tuning in today. I hope you guys have your opinions and stuff out there yourselves and what you guys think is going to happen. I love reading that stuff in the comment section. But now that I've seen all the cards spoiled and the decent cards coming up, I think we're in for a good time. Players are going to enjoy the set. And I know I'm probably going to be buying a few boxes to hold on to. Hey guys, it's a crazy world out there. Thanks a lot for tuning in. I hope you have a great day wherever you are in the world of Magic. And remember, always bring a friend to Magic. This weekend you're going to the pre-release, bring a friend with you. Introduce somebody else to Magic the Gathering. It's a great game. Hey guys, a big shout out to all the fantastic patrons on the channel who make videos possible each and every day by supporting my channel. Thanks again to my Patreon support, YouTube supporters, you guys rock. Hey, you guys are still here. That's awesome. You made it till the end of the video. Well, guess what? I want to show you a couple of cards. Just some cards I think are interesting. The Brain Stealer Dragon. All right, very creepy looking dragon horror. Dragon and horror. All right. 2 black, 5 other. These cards are interesting. Like exile on the top card of each opponent's library. And then I get to go ahead and play those cards and use my mana as if it was any of those colored mana to make myself be able to cast those spells. Cards like this are going to be a lot of fun in Commander, okay? Casual format, good stuff. How about this one? This is a Nafashi, right? This is like one of the creatures of the abyss. And it reminds me right out of the old Monstrous Manual. This stuff blows my mind. I'm like, yeah! When I see that crazy stuff. Now, as a 4/6, I consider things more powerful than dragons, but that's just me. But 1 red, very easy to put this into a Commander deck. And you see here it says, whenever you cast a spell from exile, you copy it. You may choose new targets for the copy. Can you imagine using like Elrond's Epiphany or something? Right? Using it and then doubling it over again and then using like Rowan and stuff to like double things again. Like you see where I'm going with this? This could cause like a whole cascading effect of triple like quad master triple flip turns. It just goes on forever. I'm seeing uses here. I have an idea for like a blue-red deck. I'm going to try it out eventually. All right. How about this one? The Altar of Baal. Now, this is cool. This is right out of Forgotten Realms, one of the gods. And I like the adventure cards being back. These story adventure ones, I kind of like from Throne of Eldraine. I like that stuff. So creating the creature, that's fine. It's a 4/1 skeleton, but sacking it and going looking for creature cards in your graveyard is amazing. I like the idea of bringing creatures back, man. So that's a cool card to have an effect on. How about this one? That's the Gold Dragon. I mean, imagine being able to use a Lethal Form engine and start copying the game effects. I got a 16, now I got a 32. 32 dragons, go out and attack. It's like Mighty Morphin Power Ranger Army. I don't know, I love it. Now, Baldur. Very cool card. Really gets my chaos vibe going when I look at a card like this. I go, look at all the crazy things this card can do, man. It's amazing. The fact it attacks, it doesn't affect, or if it dies, it does that effect. You can choose, you know, one or more and choose multiple different opponents. I don't know. I think it's pretty cool. And then the last card, Weapons Pact. Now, this card I think is going to see some serious play. It's like a sentient weapon that's alive. I like the idea of it, okay? The weapon keeps you alive even when you're dead. So, as long as Weapon Pact is attached to a creature, you don't lose the game for having 0 life or less. Whenever equipped creature attacks, draw a card and reveal it. The creature gets +X until the end of turn, and you lose X life, where X is that card's mana value. That is so cool. I'm just saying, this stuff, equipping it 0, when I look at that stuff, guys, and all these cool cards, I'm just flipping through again for you. There is going to be a lot of playability in these. People are going to have fun just experimenting with the cards. And remember, you can't really get these things right now in Arena. So if you want to build a deck, you still have to buy the cards, right? Or do one of the online things to try them out. It's not going to be a dumpster fire. Not like I thought. They put enough decent rares in there that I think it's going to do okay. So I can't wait to see what happens in the next like 40 days or so. Because as soon as we get into this set, we're going to have spoilers in a few weeks for double trip flip masters. I want to see if that really takes the steam out of a set like this. It'll be fascinating. So, guys, have an awesome day. Thanks for hanging out. And, yeah, I'm filming this just before the live stream. So I'll probably see a lot of you guys on the live stream, which means you're watching this about 30 minutes before the live stream starts, because it took me a while to put this video together and get all the facts down. All right, guys, have an awesome one. I'll see you soon.